It felt like one of the most all-round performances the side's put out all season.
Yeah, I think, I was quite proud of the fact that we've had a few opportunities to have kind of a nice lead, and we've been always kind of reeled back and let teams back kind of in, and then we've had to fight our way to get back out of that. And I think we were up around 20 at halftime, and to still win the third quarter by 10 more points was a good sign for us. And these guys put in an incredible amount of work over the last 2 weeks in some areas, and it doesn't guarantee that you're going to win games, but if you don't do it, you could be on the short end of the stick. And just really proud of the group in general. My coaches were fantastic these last 2 weeks. Our physio staff and just everyone on point, and just a good all-around performance for us, and great to be back here after 5 weeks.
Yes, it shows the real maturity of the group that they were able to, as you said, continue on with that and not let slip or not let the lead dwindle to go on in the way they did.
Yeah, I mean, we kept talking about just being disciplined in the second half and just trying to make sure that we weren't playing the score and trying to just, try to make great plays or do something fancy out of character. And for the most part, I think they just stayed relatively steady of what we were trying to accomplish and build upon it. And, a lot of guys got some good quality minutes. And, this kid next to me has been fantastic. I think people forget he's a developmental player on our roster. He's not a roster player. He is our next star. He is our guy that we have invested a lot of time in and energy in, and he continues to grow and love the work that he's been doing. And he was rewarded tonight with a really good game.
Saw a few rotations at the end of the game, and we probably saw Sean go out and really lead the side. It really, shows the maturity and the growth of him as a player to take the floor and play with guys like Walt and other guys and Jared that don't get as many minutes as other players.
Well, I think, he's playing with those guys every single day, so he's quite comfortable with them, and he can speak for himself. But just the fact that his maturity from, when he first got here to where he is now, I trust him obviously quite a bit. And, last year he comes in and couldn't get him out of the rotation, and this year better than last year in my eyes. And he just continues to have these weekly improvements in how he plays. And, the guys love playing with him, and rightfully so.
31 points off the bench again tonight. It's been a real strength all year, but I guess shows the real depth that this side has, that they've got players that can come in like Dream and Clinton and can really perform their role when they've got minutes on the floor. Yeah,
I think just, the big thing with us is we have a lot of unselfish players in general. We don't have high volume necessarily shooters. But JC and Miller getting 12 to 18 shots between there, and then the rest of the time the ball is distributed pretty well across the board, and that's by design to make sure that we are unselfish and that the ball's moving. And to have Magne back obviously is another big plus for us defensively, to have him around the rim, and as he continues to work on his conditioning and stuff, he's only going to get better too. So we have a lot of good things happening, but a long way to go.
Mags, it feels like the group just seems to walk taller when Will's out there. He's got a real presence on the floor.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between Marcus and Mags, which is I think really a good difference of how they play and how they go about their business. And obviously Magne's in front of you and tough and physical. And Marcus has got that fluid athletic ability to get up and down the floor, and that's a good combination for us. And then obviously, I'm really struggling to try to get Fab enough minutes to keep him going because he's been such an integral part of what we've done here. But in general, I'm quite happy with the way we have our bigs playing at this point.
Talked about defense a lot this year, but to hold aside to 59 points and to win the rebounds by 20, 55 to 38, something like 20 is a real positive for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they had a heck of a travel day to come back from where they did, and we're not that good at the end of the day defensively. We just had a nice night tonight because our offense was clicking. I don't want to take any away from Adelaide. They have explosive players over there, and we were quite nervous about playing them without having any rhythm to play, and they had already played a game, but they had a really tough schedule to come back over here from where they traveled to from New Zealand to come in and play the next day after they landed. So credit to our guys, but 59 is probably just a little out of the ballpark of the norm. Boy, I'd love to do that every night, but it's virtually impossible.
CJ mentioned the tough schedule. Do you think that's something that potentially needs to be looked at in terms of teams having to back up it, especially when they've got to travel to New Zealand and then play again away, especially again here in Tassie?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's going into the league's territory of how things are laid out and planned. We went from Perth to New Zealand. I mean, there's some things that to me don't make a lot of sense, but it's just how the league is rolling out the schedules. And everyone has to deal with it. At some point or another, your travel is not going to be ideal. And, Don Nelson used to say, you got to play them all, irregardless of what the schedule says or if they're home or away. And you got to show up and play. And the fans don't care about any of that. At the end of the day, they want to go out and see a product that's on the floor. They don't care if you came in that day. You have to go play hard. And the reality also is the fact that, these guys are only playing 15, 20 minutes, some of these guys, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, a couple of them maybe at 30. And if that's your job to play 30 minutes during the course of a day, that's a heck of a job.
Sean, mate, must have been nice to be out there and play the way you did when the side's playing so well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's super fun when you're up big like that. It feels like a little bit of the pressure's off, but we just wanted to lock in and stay solid defensively, move the ball, keep the ball moving, and just play our way.
As Scott said, for the group to show the discipline you did, obviously the league was cut back a bit, but to go in by 20 at the half and then to end up winning by 35, it shows the real maturity and discipline this group's got to strive to be better every minute of the game. Yeah,
that's it. I mean, Scott touched on it. We had 2 good weeks of practice against each other, battling every day, and we came out in this game. Last time we played them, we gave up the lead that we had, and we made an emphasis of if we get in front like that, we got to stick it out. We got to keep playing the right way.
We've seen obviously Will Magnardi come back for his 4th game now. How big of a presence does he provide on the court? It seems like the guys, as I said, seem to walk tall knowing Will's out there.
Yeah, I mean, you're so confident when you're in a pick and roll coverage with him that he's going to make a tough shot or he's going to get a block. I mean, I'm chasing guys down thinking, oh, we're done for here, and he just jumps up and swats someone, and yeah, we're running the other way. It's unbelievable.
In your own form, it's been a good start to the year, and it's been a really big rise for you in the last couple of seasons. You're really loving basketball at the minute?
Yeah, I am. It's, we're blessed. We get to play this game that we love for a living, and I'm just trying to get a little bit better every day. And with the help of Scott and our assistants, they're putting me in the right position to do that.
At the loudest, I know obviously we played some finals here and all that, but at the crowd tonight, given we haven't been here for a month, they were pretty loud out there. Is it the loudest they've been in a while?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't played here in a while, so it was nice to get back in front of the home crowds at my estate. They're always providing such great energy for us, for sure.
Chris, did you have anything or Ethan?
No, I think everything's covered. Yeah, all good, thanks, Cam.
Sean Trout, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys. Thanks.